What's up out there? Thought I'd take some time to recap the league start that we had over the weekend, and let's dive in. So first and foremost, everything started at 3 o'clock my time here in the afternoon on Friday, and I started off, that was my very first stream here on YouTube. I had an absolute blast. I streamed for like 4 hours. I was going along, I was cruising along, everything was cool. The next thing you know, I was starving. I was like, all right, I gotta go. I just completely bailed and left. I totally abruptly cut it off because I got hungry fast. Like I didn't notice it, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh man, I'm starving. So the first 4 hours was really cool. Took a little bit of downtime, came back, did another 3 hour stream later on that night. And then it wasn't feeling good Saturday, so I took that off and then streamed again on Sunday. And I've had an absolute blast streaming. I've loved it. I've had great interaction. I do not regret staying on YouTube for my streaming. Reflecting back, if I would have gone to Twitch, I probably had 0 viewers, maybe 1 at some point. I can't imagine there'd have been very many. And over here on YouTube, it was just like ready to go. I've cultivated enough of an audience, I think, that it worked well. Now, will we stick with it? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But it was very cool. I really enjoyed it, and I had a good time. So I'll be back streaming again this weekend. I'm not sure when yet, but be back on the weekend. But I had an absolute blast with it. It was a great time. Nobody complained about the audio. Nobody complained about the video. So I think everything looked good on my end. And whatever streaming issues I had before are now resolved. I don't even know what I did. I clicked a couple of things, set like the P7 or something, whatever that is. I can't remember what this is called. Up in the settings here, if you go to output, preset to P7. I think that's like the change that I made, and maybe set the tuning to high quality or something. I don't know. Whatever. It worked, and it worked beautifully. I looked back at the stream a little bit just to see if the quality was still there, and the whole system I've got is performing really well, so I was very happy with it. And like I said, I had a good time doing it. It was just fun. So I'm definitely coming back with more streaming. Now, as far as the league start goes, well, that was a little different story. So we had a little bit of a rough start. I got caught up waiting on, you get stuck in the queue when the league start happens, and it's like 10, 15 minutes into the league before I finally got in, and I gotta go, and I'm just blasting through killing stuff, and I just marched on forward. And I got 2 or 3 levels in, and somebody's like, dude, something's not right. And I'm like running past, there's one level, I can't remember which one it is. It's full of goatmen. It's like on a ledge, and it just ran through the whole level. Like there's nothing else to do there anyway, but I ended up bolting through there because I just couldn't kill things for a while. And I finally got things sorted out. Somebody come in and they reminded me that I'm following Pox's Righteous Fire build guide. And in the build guide, he specifically says, start off with a witch, get 2 skill gems, and then switch over to the Marauder. So I didn't do that. I got totally caught up in the league start, and I was excited wanting to go, and I just charged on into it. And yeah, that was where my mistake was. That was exactly where my mistake was. So lessons learned. I got through that. Things got much better, and we are in a much better place today. So the campaign actually took me about 17 and a half hours. Now I'm noticing significant improvements in the amount of time it takes me to complete the campaign. So my first one was 40 hours with the first character I played, which was do it yourself. And then the second character was like 30 hours. I don't remember how much. I did not know that you could do /played and find your playtime. Once I found that out, it tells you for the character. So this character had 17 and a half hours when I completed the campaign. I am now at 24 and a half. So I've played a little bit more since then, and I've been working on my character. So far, I think we're doing pretty good. I don't know what that DPS counts for. I don't think that's the Righteous Fire one, but 11,400 armor, and we've got 905 life regen, maintaining the 70% or 75% of all the resistances except for chaos. I need to work on that, but I don't have the currency to do it right now, so I'm trying to figure that one out. I had an item that got me at least positive, but that I had to switch it out. So the gear that I'm running, I actually got fortunate on a few drops. I got this thing. This seems okay. It's got 30% increased elemental damage. This is the Singularity Platinum Scepter. It's got a little bit of lightning damage, some increased cast speed, reduced mana costs, stuff like that. It's got some nice things on it that are that were better than what I had. So I'm rocking this thing here. The other unique that I've got is this Emperor's Vigilant Steel Kite Shield. This thing's got 1606 armor on it and 1,000% increased armor and energy shield. So nice little bonus there. Damage taken from blocked hits cannot bypass energy shield. Damage taken from unblocked hits always bypass energy shield. So whatever, it's got some extra stuff on there, a little bit extra block spell damage. And the cool thing is it's 3-socketed, so I could get, Period of Elements, Malevolence, and Vengeance on here and fit it in. I'm running into issues with socketing right now. Like I need to get a 6-socket chest plate, and I need to get some more sockets for some of these other things. I happened upon this Reaver helmet that was all 4 white, and I think it was even linked. Like I don't think I had to do anything with it. If I did, I just had to link them. So it had 4 white sockets on it, so I was able to get my fire trap set up. But I need more sockets for that side of things. And then this Gladiator plate, it's got 4 sockets too, but I don't know, it's not the right sockets. I need 6. I have Righteous Fire down here on these boots, and I just threw Inspiration Support on here because it's like the only other thing I can get to fit in a socket, and I figured, it might help a little bit. But so these boots aren't that great, and then these gloves aren't that great, but I can at least socket up everything. What I got on here? Flammability. I actually spent some time on these gloves today. I swapped out the gloves that I had for these. These are now item level 58, so I can have 4 sockets instead of the 3 that I had before. So I've got this working in my favor. An okay belt. Like, none of this stuff is great. It kind of is what it is with this stuff. I did find a socketed ring that I could put on here for Frostblink. Figured I'd toss that up there, and then I was thinking about switching this one out I found another socketed ring, but I kind of got lazy and didn't deal with it. So overall, the build is going really well. I'm really enjoying this, having a good time with it. I do run into some problems here and there. There's definitely some things that can kill me quickly, and I have died 17 times so far. So not necessarily too bad, but definitely not great. We are up this far into the Atlas maps, and I guess I should go over to my stash and look at the mapping section. So I've made it up into tier 5 so far, and this is kind of where I don't want to say stuck, because I keep running stuff and getting new maps, and I keep running the new maps that I get. But the problem I'm running into is like over here. Now, Kirok finally has a couple of missions. For a long time, he didn't have any missions for me to run. So I was kind of dead in the water, not being able to run anything. And I've been running like the Nico ones. I've been trying to do some Delve. I've been going through a lot of the lower easy parts of Delve because I can just walk through it. Been getting a lot of currency and stuff like that. I started checking out Metamorph. That popped up a few times, and I've really enjoyed that so far. I've been enjoying pretty much everything that I've been playing, and chat convinced me to toss off all the heist quest missions that I had. Not like the ones that you can bank, but the green quest missions that are like story parts that you have to go do. I threw those out so they're not taking up room in my inventory. I'm still 50-50 on whether I even like heist. I'm not sure. I think I need a better build for it, quite honestly, and that might improve it, but I'm just not feeling heist right now. As far as the Atlas tree, I've just kind of ran right up the middle, and I don't really know where I'm going exactly or what I'm doing. I'm just kind of moving around here. I think I want to get up, I don't know, I'm not sure, maybe up into this realm here somewhere. I'm not sure what all this does. I know some of these are for like the really high-end combat and stuff. I'm just kind of picking some. From what I gather, you can go through here, and these give you a chance to get more maps. So that's kind of what I've been focusing on, is just getting more maps out of everything and trying for that. That's like, right now I don't want to exclude any mechanics. I want to try all the mechanics. And I know people keep telling me, pick some or pick like 1 or 2 and just focus in on those. I don't know what I like right now, and I don't want to just park on, like, I don't want to focus on heist because I don't think I like it. But I don't want to exclude it because I do want to try it. You know what I mean? Like, I actually want to get out and try some of these and see how they go. So I'm trying to stick to stuff that doesn't really get me anything that's excluded. I've been thinking about picking up stuff like strong boxes or What else we got in here? Maybe like some of the metamorph stuff. What I need to do is get a few more of these maps done and just let this sit, maybe generate some points and let it sit back for a little bit. I'm mainly focusing on this right now to try to get maps, and that's kind of about it. But that's all I'm doing right now is just kind of wandering around, trying the different mechanics out. The Immortal Syndicate, I need to work on those a little bit. The Temple, I haven't been back to yet. I think I'm one trip back from being able to run the whole thing, because you get like 11 incursions or whatever, and then you get to the big pyramid. So I'm working on that. I've done a few of the Einhar ones, and that's kind of where we're at. I've been running these Kirok ones, trying to get some of these done just to knock some of that out. But yeah, that is about where we are. So that's where we are currently. What I plan on doing, and I just basically said it all here a second ago, what I plan on doing going forward is following the Atlas tree. I want to fill all these in. I've learned how to trade these in and get the next ones up if I can. I know to go through these and complete them to try to get the next one on this little path here, the little ant line or whatever. And I know I need to get all these done, get these up to here. So I want to work on that. The other thing I want to work on is this stuff here, this H menu, and where you get all the cosmetics and stuff. I've started getting a few things out of this. So I want to work through these, and that means going through and finding these vendor recipes. I'm just going to need to take some time to do this and go through some of these and see how to get these going. And I don't know, I don't know how you get all these done. Maybe I need to put specs and points in for some of this, because like I see the delirium stuff on here. I might have to actually put some points in to get some certain things on delirium. I'm not sure. I'm going to work on that, figure all that out later. This is kind of a lesser concern. I did go ahead and get the what is it, the Kirox, the battle pass or whatever it is, where you get the cosmetics and stuff off of that. I had store coin built left over, so I just went ahead and picked that up. So I'm working through that, and I think you get that from doing the Atlas tree. So basically right now I'm at the portion of the game where I've had the least experience, because this is what I got to right at the end of Crucible. And then we had League Stop, which my character got dumped out into standard mode. I did a little bit more in standard mode, and now I'm back. So I guess I want this thing over here. So no, I want this. I want my stash. So basically, I think I got up in, I know I did some of the yellow maps. So I got somewhere in the tier 6 or 7 range on my other character that I was playing. So that's as far as I've gotten, is up to, say, right here. I want to try to spend the rest of this league trying to test mechanics and see how far I can get into all these maps here. And by testing mechanics, I do mean testing them. I want to go through and try the different mechanics out and spend this time of this league focusing on just trying the different mechanics out, learning as much as I can. I'm not worried about getting through the very end of the Atlas map and all that. If I do, great. I'm going to work towards it, but it's not necessarily a goal. It is a goal, but it's one of the several goals that I have. I want to try and learn more about the different mechanics, and I can't do that if I exclude them or ignore them or whatever. I want to take time and actually start focusing on them. I'm kind of focusing on Delve right now because it's an easy target. I've got enough of that sulfite built up. I can go down, delve for a while, collect some stuff. It seems to be okay on generating currency. I've got enough currency now. I had a big currency problem in the beginning, but I have enough currency now. Like, I can link stuff. I can change the socket colors. I can change the number of sockets. I'm working on that. I'm also working on trying to get the recipes for the crafting bench over here. And I know there's a whole bunch left, and it actually tells you, I think it tells you somewhere on here where to go get it. I thought anyway. Oh, from Janice, Unveiling Rings. Yeah, because some of these start talking about which maps to go to. So there's a lot of unveiling to do. And maybe if we scroll up to the very top here, some of these, yeah, Arachnid Nest, there's the maps. So it tells you what maps to go run. And I'm pretty sure these are maps and not like campaign maps. Although there might be some stuff that I am missing from the campaign, so I assume some of that's in here. Vault, and we'll have to go figure out where that is. But like some of these, I just need to run the maps and everything. The other thing I've noticed is that the maps are not the same. I guess I need to go to the stash for that. The maps are not the same. Like if I go in here, Arena was not in Crucible at the very start. I can't remember what it was, alleyways or something like that. These are 4 different maps, I think. I don't think these are the same 4 that Crucible had. So I guess I didn't realize that the way the maps are laid out actually randomizes. Because this is not how I started. I started off in the arena. I got halfway through it and I'm like, I'm in the arena thing. And I didn't remember doing this at all in any of the tiers that I did before that. So they must randomize all these maps. But yeah, that's my experience so far. It's been a great time. I'm really enjoying it. I guess I can drop this stuff off while we're sitting here chatting. But I'm having a good time. I'm learning a lot. I'm working on my gear, trying to get that sorted out. I'm trying to understand what Pox is saying with certain things, like he's got maybe a war cry or something on here. I don't have all that stuff equipped yet. There's a few skills on here. Let's see. Wave of Conviction I looked at. I ended up switching that out for something different. And I don't have like all the stuff for Fire Trap. I don't have all the stuff for Righteous Fire. I need a 6 socket for Righteous Fire. I need a 4 socket with 2 greens for this, which I've got this here, but I need that as a blue, I think, or red. I need to put this on life. No, that's life tap. What don't I have? Oh, that's Fire Trap Combustion. Maybe I do have it all set up. Fire Trap Combustion, Trap and Mine, and life tap. Yeah, so that one is set up. It's these other ones that I'm having issues with. I need to get these sorted out. Righteous Fire definitely needs to be on a 6 socket. And Vitality in this one, if I could get this to be 2 reds, I could move this over here and then work on this piece of armor. But there's some other stuff. Like I have Shield Charge, but I don't have Infernal Cry. And I don't have Wave of Conviction on here. But I need to like get them on and try them out. I've been focusing on how to use the Shield Charge. I learned a lot about how that worked, and chat was helpful with that. Because you have to have your mouse moved out far enough to do a nice charge and everything. So like I learned a whole lot, and it's been just a huge learning experience this entire time. And I've got some other things like bleed is a problem. I need to switch out one of these flasks for bleed recovery. I don't even need mana flasks anymore. That's not an issue because a lot of things are on life tap. So I just need life. So I'll probably be looking at getting something on. I've been running the Quicksilver one so I could run across the map. But now that I've figured out Shield Charge, I'm starting to use that a lot more, so I need less of these. So I'm kind of starting to learn a little bit more of why things are set up or how things need to be adjusted. So been working a lot on that. And I don't know about you guys, I love seeing uniques drop. I've been getting a lot of uniques in here, so I've been finding all kinds of stuff. I don't know. They may not be great. They may suck or whatever, but I think these are pretty awesome. I love seeing these things pop off. Don't care. I think it's kind of cool to get one and to see them. So it's like all the little things are popping up and everything's flowing very nicely. I'm not having any issues anymore, and I'm just having a good time. So with that, I'm going to close this video out. I am looking, well, I will add one more thing. The next sale that we get, I'm going to probably pick up a couple of more quads, at least 2 more. I'd like to set this up to where I could put, say, magic gear on one, ranged gear on another, and melee gear on another, just to kind of split stuff up so I know what I'm looking for when I'm looking through it. And that might be about it. I might pick up some more quads, and otherwise I have all the stash tabs. Everything else is picked up, so I don't have to worry about them. And I kind of want more dumping grounds, I guess, for stuff. Because now I got to go clean all this out and nobody wants to clean anything up. So that kind of sucks. But anyway, that is where we are and that is where we are going. So I should be back streaming again this weekend. And that will do it for this video. We will catch you on the next one. Take care.